So, welcome to video number 17. Today I'm recording this video. Actually, it's very late at night already, and I hope that my neighbors are sleeping and they won't wake up. As you can see, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, but still, I have to show up, and there is just no way that I'm doing this video any other time. Let's say like tomorrow. I have to do it today before going to sleep. That's, how do you call it? That's the hustle. Not really. Like, that's the grind, the vibe, and the idea. First, want to share the fact that I finally have the charger, so I'll be able to continue my recordings of me watching the podcast and also reading the book for 50 minutes per day each. So I'll have it as a proof for my next videos. I'll keep having it as a proof. And so far I want to say about the book I'm reading that at the moment author Nassim Taleb is strongly arguing the position that practice comes before theory, and that science, as it is brought to us in this modern world, is basically just people who saw that something is working for other people and popularized it. So instead of them finding the right formulas of how the things work, we just saw that it works, and they made it look like they were the ones who make it happen. But as practice shows, first there was practice, and then those scientists, they built their theories around practice, something what we saw, like an experiment which worked. So that's the point which author makes, and my question here is, so like what's about it? Like what does this information gives me? Like, I don't care who comes first, scientist or theory, or like theory or practice, chicken or egg. What I care about is that it's popularized, that we have this information and we can move forward knowing this information. Like, I don't care who opened it, so I don't fully get the point yet of the author, like what is he leading to, like so I guess I believe maybe it's only because I've read only half of the book, as you can see, a bit less than half, and more I guess will be described later, but still. It is quite late, to be honest with you guys, so as I used to do earlier, I think Wednesday is the day which is the hardest for me to keep up with, and for some reason this is the day which is usually gets rescheduled. So instead of going to a gym on Wednesday, I can go on Saturday. So we still keep 5 days per week going to a gym routine, but the day slightly changes, which is frankly maybe not something I intended to do when I just planned this idea of me going to the gym, but also you need to know when to allow yourself a little twist in the system, so to help you move, keep moving, because it's not about the intensity of one step, but it's about the consistency of many small ones. Today, by the way, a great thought was discussed in the podcast I've been watching. Hormozy were discussing this with Alex, or Chris Williamson, not Alex. Basically, actually, I think it wasn't him. It wasn't Hormozy. It was someone else. Well, still, we were discussing this idea that a lot of projects that people start, you can kind of gamify it in a way that a lot of times we feel like in life, when we start, we put ourselves a task or a goal or an expectation that we will conquer a certain challenge, we will get that challenge just when starting. But for that to happen, you need to basically, as in a game, spawn with some kind of 57 level already, which never the case. You spawn with the first level and then you go gradually towards slaying bigger monsters and achieving bigger, like overcoming bigger challenges, getting better tools, better equipment, and so on. So, but it all starts with you just. If you take Minecraft as an example, you spawn with nothing, and then you can't just go and slay the Ender Dragon directly. What you need to do first is you need to get the wood, and then you need materials, you need tools, you need to go to one world, and then you need to find another world, and you go there, and only then you can kill the dragon if you're already skilled enough to do so. So, and this is us, like knowing how to play Minecraft. What if you play Minecraft the first time in your life, you don't know how shit works? Imagine how much time it's gonna take you to understand how the things are working in Minecraft. To find that, even understand that your idea is to kill the Ender Dragon. You don't know it if you just spawn on the server. Like, you need some kind of, at least a hint that your goal is to kill the Ender Dragon. And you, as a player who never played Minecraft, you're like, how the fuck do I do it? Like, where do I find one? And you learn. You go through the game, you explore, you become better. Yeah. That is why in any activity, in any project in our life that we start, we should not expect ourselves to achieve great results from the beginning. And we should always remember that there is a first level to everything, and that we need to take it gradually, level by level, step by step. Also, we say that in the beginning, there's so many things that you can learn faster, because then you start something new, your feedback that you're getting is much bigger than the returns on your effort is much bigger and it's greater than later as you progress with that action. So let's say you just started going to a gym and you never went to a gym before. In the first year, you have that newbie advantage of getting up to 10 kgs. And then, as the time goes by, second, third, fourth year, it starts gradually decreasing. And then you making even 1 additional kilogram of muscle per year, it will look as a huge achievement. So with that said, when you start something new, you get that newbie advantage of whatever action you're doing. Let's try to write down the things discussed first. Newbie gains. I love the way it's said. It's called newbie gains. So I wonder how we can use that pattern actually in both points on my own experience. So if we're speaking of making YouTube videos and me trying to progress in this field, then it means that the more I will be doing it, the more experience I'll be getting, and the easier it will get eventually for me to make better videos, to provide better content, to generate better ideas, and being able to express them in a better way if, let's say, the action which I'm doing is expressing ideas. And definitely I'll learn to structure them better, to make it sound more interesting, more compelling, and maybe along the way I'll also be able to learn some storytelling techniques, and eventually that will help me to, as discussed, slay bigger monsters. Then it kind of means that I shouldn't be worried about now, and just making sure to keep moving from day to day to create that extra step, at least 1% of progress daily, and make sure that there is no stagnation, that you're not doing the same thing. So it kind of helps me to not have that anxiety as much of me not achieving the result, because as people who already achieved results say, the more you do, the more the chances that you'll get the result you wanted. And even if you're just staying consistent, you will already get great results. Even with that guy from TikTok about no fizzy drink, Guys, he hasn't been drinking already for 6 years, and just simply by doing so, he got, I think, 100,000 plus subscribers. All his videos are about no fizzy drink today. Hello guys, this is me, and I have not drinking a fizzy day. It's a day 2178 of no fizzy drink. That's all what he does. So, yep. I also wonder what are those new big gains for me at the moment can be considered as what. I guess the percentage, the KPIs which YouTube shows you. For example, when I just started and I hit like 10 subscribers, it showed me plus million% compared to before last month, which was 0. Okay, it wasn't million was on the views I got. It was like 1,000 views or something, or 10,000 views. 10,000 views, I think, is the one. Yeah, so it showed like much bigger percentage when last week, but of course we understand that because it was 0, of course the percentage of growth, the difference is much higher. And if you look in 1 year, for example, when I'll be getting from 1,000 to 1,100, then of course the percentage will be much lower, 10% maybe of growth. Anyway, I wanted to check something now, whether you can see graph of I found myself 33 subscribers, 66 videos, views 21,630, video statistics. What happened? Does it matter? My music stopped playing for some reason. Doesn't matter. I still don't have any data. It even showed estimated earnings, which are currently at 0. Guys, our goal is to turn this into thousands. On the way there. Like if you look at some crazy big. Okay, there is this guy, Relentex. 175,000 subscribers, and he got 10 10 million views in total, 52 videos. For the last 30 days he got 1 million views. Damn, this is really cool. Subscribers for the last 30 days, 18,000. Monthly estimated earnings, $300 to $5,000 per month. Damn. It's really interesting. This guy has 175,000 subscribers, so that's big. $175K. What? Also, the guy is not doing as many videos. I think he could definitely do more shorts, and for some reason he's not doing any. I'm not sure why. I think it's silly. He's missing out on a lot of opportunities. But you know, if they could, then I can too. This guy, his channel is created in 2024. It shows. But I guess he started also like maximum a year ago. Like I feel like his growth that he experienced is very big. Maybe I would say, okay, let's try to look for some more data. So it's crazy. What? Guys. Yeah. Fuck. I can't believe it. The guy started, you can kind of tell, in January 31st, 2025. So in the beginning of 2025 he had 1,500 subscribers. January, for some reason I cannot go more far. I can only see January itself, and then it just goes crazy. So he gets, from January 31st to February 28th, he doubles it, then he doubles it again, then he more than doubles it again, then he has a bit lower one. Like first he went 2 weeks, then he kind of goes 1.5 weeks, and it just keeps increasing. Like April 30, 16,000, May 31st, 24, 38, 50, 63, 8, 26, 86, 98, 107, 119. That's crazy. It's not that many, if you think that way. Monthly total views also increase a lot. But already in January 31st, he had 76,000 views. So there's something about his content that speaks to the audience. Maybe I can still see myself here. Let's see. Let's move left, up. Yeah, no, nothing here. Yeah, I can't. It doesn't allow me to check it. It wants me to buy. I don't want to buy, bro. But you can buy reports. That's really cool. I think I could definitely invest in this and try to get better. I'll write it as an idea. By the way, in general, discussing the idea of buying reports and watching our channels, how actually beneficial it is for me or not. Should I not? I don't know. I guess I should. Let's record it as a general idea for development and growth. How do I call it? Let's say reports. Data. Stats. That's definitely something I need to be able to develop my channels. It would be great if I was able to develop different channels, very diversified, very different from one another. Just to make sure. Everything's going just perfect. What is it? 32 minutes left? No, 22. Yep. This is really interesting. Let's see some more. Okay, let's see. Chris Williamson. How much money this makes? Chris Williamson. 4.2 million subscribers. 1 billion views. 4,361 video. Joined on February 2018, 8 years ago. Monthly earnings are not. Oh no, they are. Monthly earnings are kind of. They're showing good results. So it's from $5,000 to $80,000 per month. 5 to 80,000. Damn. So sometimes it can be 80, sometimes it can be 5. On average, $40,000. That's good. I love seeing monthly. Can I can only see, for example, here 2023. I want to go back. How do I go back? For some reason I cannot. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Maybe there is some more websites which are good enough, which can do it. Maybe this website sucks. Oh, wait. So something cool. Yeah. I love the picture I have on the background. You see this? Dream big. For those who doesn't know, created it all myself. Everything what I want to see myself is here. This is cool. I'm not gonna lie, I really do feel like okay, doesn't matter. 17 minutes left. So I have this big will to do stuff, to develop stuff, and to also see the results of my actions. I want to have more videos, as I said, more diversified. So some videos may be about, I don't think I'll be doing history anymore. Yes. After the amount of channels I've seen doing it, yeah, it's not really going to get you anywhere unless you do it really well. So I should try some different ideas instead. Maybe a podcast of two guys chatting, and one of them is, as I also already shared with you before, a philosopher and Andrew Tate, for example, that kind of stuff. And you just need to be creative. And I think I have lots of creativity. So if only I used it in the right way, then I will be able to do it. So I should definitely lean in and try to learn more about it. So maybe in my next video I can spend actually just working and trying to find out first of all which subscription I should buy, where should I do my videos on, animations and etc. What should be my stack, how much money it will cost me, and how do I make sure that I use the maximum of it. There is a lot to do. There is a big room for development, and step by step I should start not just simply recording stuff without any preparation or analysis or education, but I should instead implement educational days, habits for me to learn more. You know, I was thinking about this kind of school which helps people to understand the information better and etc. But there are courses, right? Like there are courses which I can take. But the problem with courses is that, yeah, you understand how to do things, but you still have to do things. In the end, it's just you doing things. I can understand everything with basic ChatGPT prompt. Like I can ask ChatGPT, for example, explain to me how bad, like which kind of reports I need, and in order for me to understand which topic I want to choose. I'll even write it down. Mm. So much. Yep. Yeah, really, this notebook is becoming a diary of my path. If I were to look through the pages, this is a great insight. Another great insight. Preparation for the interview. Some takes. And sometimes in Russian, sometimes in English. Otherwise, that's after the interview. I was looking for a mission as well, which I understand. My mission for now is to help and inspire people, so kind of established that. Interesting. So interesting. I kind of got the same in here and here. It's pretty much the same stuff, but different pages, different times, maybe different words, different structure. Like you see, guys, just because I sit down in front of the camera I need to do something, I need to say something, and because of the image which I am willing to build publicly, I want to stay professional, so I don't want to be speaking about some stuff which is irrelevant to me. So, in general, what I'm not speaking about is something that I'm not thinking about either. So I'm just speaking my thoughts. These are my thoughts on a daily basis. So, and because that is the image I'm also willing to showcase, share, I have to adapt to it, meaning I can't just start speaking of my opinion on SpongeBob SquarePants. And I also can't just forget about it, not stop doing it, go away, eat, play a game, read a book. No, I'm here to speak, to discuss ideas, to turns out analyze, and to go through materials and data. Just quick research in between to support or not support my arguments and ideas. And that makes me think like it's just boring. If you think I love it, I don't find it boring, but there are times when I don't know what to speak about and I have to find a topic to discuss, and that helps me to, in general, generate topics, generate ideas. So it's kind of an endless cycle, because before starting the video I would never be able, it would be very difficult for me to build that 50 minutes conversation. Like I don't, it wouldn't be as easy for me to make it happen. Instead of me sitting there and trying to understand what is it that I'm going to talk about for the next 50 minutes, I'm simply sitting down, switching the camera on, and having to figure it out and doing it as it goes. And to be quite honest, it's always funny and interesting what are those topics that I'm going to be discussing. Yeah. So this is the topic at the moment. How different channels grows. As well as the importance of keeping the diary like mine and writing things down. And of course, tracking the progress. Keep showing up. Boredom advantage. That's how we're going to call it. It's a cool name. Not gonna lie, guys. Very tired. Really. recording at this late is usually quite difficult. Anyway, I'm happy that I was still, as you can see, able to generate some fun ideas. You know, to be honest with you, I am worried that I won't be able to progress, or I won't be able to sit down and learn those reports, to do those long videos, that I won't stay as consistent as I want to be, and that I'll give up without even doing much. Those are my fears, my limitations, my false expectations of self, which I can have the control over, and I'm afraid that I don't have the control over them, but I do. I do now. I didn't before, so I don't have any proof that I do have the control over them, and that's why it's a little terrifying for me to think of that way, because I know that it's needed, and I know that if I don't have it, then I won't be able to achieve the goal I want to achieve. So either I have to adopt, or game over. I find a different field direction in life in which I want to suck at the beginning, in which I want to be exploring and doing a difficult job, always keeping in mind that it won't get harder than this. And I believe that right now, with the idea and considering that I actually like it and it's something that speaks to me, I should not spend my time thinking of changing the direction. And I'm very happy that from day to day I keep remembering, and not just remembering, but I keep rethinking it and still bringing myself to the same conclusion. So yeah, instead of me spending the energy, okay, what did I say, guys? Let's try to still remember it. Write it down at least. Things I'm unsure I can do. Analyze the data. Work hard on each video. Keep working. Analyzing, working hard on each video, keep working with no results. What else am I unsure about? But, yeah, I think that's all. If I were able to analyze the data, if I was able to work hard on each video, and if I was able to keep working if there is no result. Should focus. Even with zero result, then well, I've achieved great things. Thank you very much, guys, for being with me today, for watching this video. I really appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to sleep and finally take the rest, and I hope you too. Cheers.